My name is Greta Swain. I'm a PhD student and a DH fellow here at George Mason University, and the project that I worked on is called Voices of Sackville. The educational portion of Voices of Sackville is about 6 or 7 online learning modules that can be used for 4th or 5th grade students, and they basically take students through a historical thinking skill by looking at primary source documents. So the one that I fully fleshed out for this class is a lesson on corroboration, which means taking 2 documents and comparing the details in them to see if they agree or disagree. Normally, as historians, we have this sense of what we do with historical documents. We've been through school for so long, and it's really kind of innate in us by this point of this is how you read a primary source and this is what you do with it. And I think really realizing that those particular skills need to be taught and kind of going back to the first stage of that and really thinking through, if I'm reading a primary source for the first time, what am I actually doing step by step by step to kind of arrive at the conclusions that you want. For example, there's one page on there that's talking about distances, and one of the distances in the first source that they're looking at is given in miles, and the other source gives the distance in leagues. Well, how do you know if they're the same distance? What's a league? And so kind of walking students through how do we think about or go about finding out if these 2 distances are the same or if they're different. I would say to make something that is actually useful, that can either be used in your own classroom, can be used in your own teaching, or can be used in a classroom of somebody else that you know. My mother actually used it in her classroom with her 4th grade students, and so it was really great to talk to her the day after that took place to kind of get her feedback to figure out what needed to be adjusted. Was it at the right level? And that kind of went into creating the student note-taking worksheet that accompanies this lesson. It's going to be a lot more rewarding to you to make something that actually gets used as opposed to just making a project to take a class.